Hi everyone. In the previous class, we have seen the concept of basics of XSD. In that, we have seen what do you mean by XSD, and also we have seen the differences between the XSD and DTD. And also we have discussed various kind of data types supported by this XSD concept, along with various kind of elements like simple elements, complex elements, all these structures. Yeah. In today's class, we'll see how to write all these elements, all these data types in XSD concept. Yeah. Observe here, we are going to use these data types in the elements, data types in the elements. Now we'll see how we are going to create an XSD file. See, every XSD file we are going to save with an extension .xsd, .xsd, and every XSD file must and should have to start with a tag called schema tag and end with a tag called schema tag. Between, we are going to write various kind of elements. These elements can be either a simple elements or a complex elements. Complex element. You know, right? How we are going to write the complex elements? Complex elements we are going to write like simply by using an element, and whenever you are going to define as a complex element, you have to use a tag called complex type. Complex type. Yeah, fine. So I mean, in the previous class I have explained clearly. Observe, this is a kind of a complex element where in this complex element, complex type, it can allow either empty data or simple content or complex content. Once again, yes, fine. Like for example, let me take a simple example. uh, for example, if I would like to write an XSD, so I would need to start with a schema tag. Yeah, fine. For example, let me write a simple XML file first. So for example, my XML file is start with a tag called employee number 101, closing of employee number, name JK, closing of name, salary 1000, closing of salary, closing of employee, guys. This is a simple XML file. For this, so every time we need to validate this kind of structure. For this, we need to write some schema that I am going to save it with an extension called .xsd. I am calling it as jk.xsd, some name jk.xsd. So the structure always we are going to place between the tags, schema tags, in the stack schema tags. Guys, observe here. Now this is a tag. Employee is a tag. It contains subtags. Each subtag is a simple element. This is a simple element, right? Yes. So first we need to define a complex element. So to define a complex element, first you have to define the element name, then you have to use the concept of complex tag. So for that, I'm going to write. How we are going to write the element name equal to, what is the name of the tag? Employee. Name of the tag employee. So I'm going to close that element. As it is a complex element, I need to compulsory use complex type tag. So whenever you are using a complex type tag, we need to define whether it is following sequence, choice, or all. That is what you have to know. So yes, I am thinking that I would like to follow the same order, meaning that I need to get the data in the form of employee number first, then name, then salary, and I know I don't want to lose any data. Then I can go for tag called sequence tag. Now we are going to write as usual. Once again, sequence. So here I am going to write everything. So what is the first tag? Element name equal to employee number. And we need to define the type of data. What type of data it is? It is integer. integer data. Okay, that is the advantage of XSD. Whereas coming to DTD, we are going to have only one kind of data, that is piece data or C data or some other data that you know. But if you want to go for specific declaration, then XSD is the better one. Better one, yes. Fine. Similarly, I would like to go for name tag. For example, I'm going to go for employee name. Element, element, name equal to employee name, type equal to string. Type equal to string. Next, another one is element name equal to salary, type equal to, for example, decimal, like that. So this is a simple structure for this XML file. Now in future, if I got any kind of this kind of data, first what I would like to do, whether this XML file is going to satisfy the schema or not. If it is going to satisfy the schema, then only we are going to allow that data. Then only we are going to allow that data. Yes. So in further, you will understand clearly. Okay, now fine. So meaning that, so we have an XSD file, we have an XSD file, we have an XML file, XSD file. So first we are going to create one structure in the form of XSD. So guys, as usual, it is DTD. It is DTD. So in DTD also, what we are going to do? We are going to have a DTD. In DTD also, we are going to define some kind of structure. We are having XML file. So whatever the data that we are getting, that we are going to validate with the DTD. That we are going to validate with the DTD. Similarly, here also, whatever the XML file we are going to get, that we are going to validate with the XSD. But the advantage is XSD having more number of data types. More number of data types. Yeah, I have given various number of differences. More number of data types are there in XSD, less number of data types are there in DTD. Okay, fine. Cardinality operators are more in XSD. Namespace concept does not support by DTD. Namespace concept is supported by the XSD. Yes, guys. Yeah, fine. So that is the reason we are moving for the concept of XSD. Yeah, fine. So generally, if you see the concept of namespace, this namespace concept does not supported by this DTD, but it is supported by the XSD. As just now we have seen the difference. Yes. What do we mean by namespace, guys? So while giving in the starting of the XML concept, I have taken a simple example with a tag called table tag. Table tag. So if I am going to define this table inside a furniture file, this table is related to the furniture. This table is related to the furniture. If I am going to define this table inside a displaying of the table, then it will act as a HTML tag. Normal table. But here the question is, the parser will get confused whenever you are going to write two table tags in the same XML file. Here I have used some table. And I have used some table. So this example I have already shown. If you want, you can revise that first XML file. So whenever you write two same table tags, and this is related to furniture, this is related to display of data. Now you will get a ambiguity whether this is related to this one, or the table tag is related to this one, or this table tag is related to this one. It will get an ambiguity. So at that time, to overcome this one, we'll go for the concept of namespace. That namespace we can go with either a prefix, or we can go with an attribute called XMLNS. So this example you have clear cut idea. So how we are going to difference? Simply by making use of f colon table, and whatever the thing that we are having, all those prefix with f. And similarly, d colon table, all go into prefix with d, which is related to this one. Yeah, like this we can go forward. Yeah. So in simple words, what I'm saying is, so whatever the thing that we are going to prefix with some particular character, not only f, it can be anything. These are all be related to a single group. These are all will be related to single group, meaning that whatever the data that we have written between this f colon table and end of the f colon table, these are all will be uh, related element. These are all the related elements. Simple words, I am saying that which is the namespace which is meant for to group all the related elements, to group all the related elements. Guys, have you seen this concept anywhere? They are the same kind of statement. Yeah, while explaining Java, I have taken the concept of packages. Taken the concept of packages, guys. What do the packages? Which is also the same meaning, right? Which is meant for to group the related classes, not the elements. Which is meant for to group the related classes. Group the related classes. Yes. So, for example, Java dot mm, util dot star. Java dot util dot star, which is a package which contains related elements of related classes of scanner class, or like that. All these things are exist, right? So whenever you would like to reuse the data, we can go for the concept of import keyword. Along with that, we can reuse that. If you want to create a package, we can go for simply use the keyword called package keyword. Use a simply called package keyword. Yes, but while creating the package, what is the structure we are going to follow? I have given a basic rule, package followed a package name, but that package name you have to better to follow an industrial rule. What is that? So I already said, in Java classes, uh, you have to define the package name as reverse of the domain. Reverse of the domain. I hope you remember this one. Reverse of the domain followed by the corresponding name of the file. Yes. So what is the domain name? For example, if it is a tcs.com, then you have to write com.tcs dot some program name is add. So that is a package name. So like this, you have to give the package name. So indirectly, I'm saying that namespace is similar to the package concept in XML. Sorry, namespace is similar to the package concept in the Java. So so if you would like to, group the related things, as a single unit, then you can go for the concept of namespace. Okay, now. So in XSD, how we are going to define the same concept? In Java, we are going to define with the help of the package, the package keyword. Whereas coming to in XSD, we are going to use an attribute called target namespace. Target namespace equal to some kind of name. Yes. How we are going to define that name? Yeah. So generally we can write any name. But it is recommended to write always start with any kind of HTTP followed by double slash followed by RGKT SKLM slash JK. See guys, this is not a URL. But it is recommended to write start with HTTP column. As like I am setting that like com dot something. Okay. So in order to meant for reusability, or in order to make group the related items, we can go for an attribute called target names. Sir, where we are going to use this target names? Where we are going to write the package keyword? First line of the Java program. Similarly, where we are going to write this XSD, we are going to write in the opening tag of the schema tag. Yes. And we are going to close this schema. In between, we are going to create all the elements. Right? However, which elements we are going to write? All these elements. So simply, this is a structure. Yeah. So I would like to say simple modification here. I will use simple modification here. So what modification we are going to do? Schema here target namespace equal to http colon double slash something like rgukt sklm slash jk. That's it. That's it. So all these will elements can be used under this package. Can be used under this package. This package, yeah. Fine. So we have created a package, meaning that whatever the element that you have created, all those will come under a group thing. Group. Yeah. Now, now we have created an XSD file. We have created an XSD file, guys. As here I have shown, as I didn't use any kind of package, like as I didn't use any kind of namespace, I can directly use this. I can directly use this. But right now, if I directly use all this, the parser cannot identify all this because these are all available in a package called rgukt/jk. But I didn't define any kind of path name. I didn't define any kind of path name. At the time, we will get an errors. So for that, what you have to do is, so as package, a simple concept of package, you have to make it of availability to the user. Availability to the user. So at the time, what we are going to do, we are going to use a keyword called import java.util.star. Java.util.star. Am I right or not? Yes. Now, if you would like to reuse, I can go for example, date d1, date d2, like that we are going to use. Similarly, here also, if you would like to reuse any kind of element which is created already in the XSD, then you have to compulsory use the target namespace. Target namespace. So, like for example, observe here. So normal thing is this is a employee tag. Employee tag. This is a closing of employee tag. Closing of employee tag. Then so guys, so if I am not using any kind of namespace here, I can directly use this, directly declare here. But if I am using namespace here, you have to compulsory prefix with that package name. Yeah. What is that package name? http colon double slash rgukt sklm slash jk colon. Similarly, for every element you have to write rgukt sklm slash jk colon. Similarly, for employee number, you have to prefix http colon rgukt sklm slash jk colon. http colon double slash rgukt sklm slash jk colon employee name. Employee name is jk. Employee number is 101. Closing of again http colon rgukt sklm slash jk colon employee number. Like that you have to write for every element. Right for every element. Yes. If you observe here, guys, for every element, we are going to write the namespace. For every element, we are going to write the namespace. Yes. If you observe in the Java concept, instead of writing at one location, import java.util.star, I'm going to write like date d1, date d2. I can write in another way. What is that way? Java.util.date d1. Java.util.date d2. Like this also we can write. Yes, right? Yes. But this one we can call it as fully qualified name. This one we call it as a fully qualified name. So what is the problem of this fully qualified name? We are going to write the same code again and again and again and again. So that is the same problem here occurring here also, right? So this approach we call it as writing with the fully qualified name approach. Writing with the fully qualified name approach. Yes. Okay, guys. So this is the prefix one. So instead of this, what we can do is we can go for writing similar to import keyword. So that import keyword similarity we can get with the help of an attribute called XMLNS attribute. XMLNS attribute. Guys, don't get confused. XMLNS attribute. Observe. Here I didn't use any XMLNS attribute. That is why I would like to rewrite fully qualified name every time. Instead of that, what you can do is we can go for writing this XML attribute, NS attribute, XMLNS attribute. So if you write directly, sorry, guys, if you write directly employee like this, you will get an error. You will get an error. Instead of that, guys, so don't get confused. I will make it clear. So this is the first way. What I did is I have created an XSD file. I created an XSD file. For this XSD file, if I write normal thing, employee number, I'm sorry, employee name, employee salary. So all this observe, remember, if I write like this, you will get an error because as these elements are not available in a normal package, normal package means there is no package for this one. But this kind of elements are available which one? HTTP colon or educate SQLM slash JK. So these are not identified. So you'll get an error. So to overcome this one, what we can do is we can go for prefix with fully qualified names. HTTP colon educate SQLM slash JK colon employee. JK colon employee. So like this we have written. We can write. So this is the example there for that one. For that one, you can write, yes. So here also the problem is every time we are going to write the same namespace every time. Instead of that, what we can do is we can go for writing similar to import keyword. So that one we can write. Observe guys here. So for that, what we can do? So XMLNS is similar to import keyword. So this XMLNS attribute we are going to write in the opening tag, or we are going to write at the root element. We are going to write at the root element. So how we are going to write is observe. So the what is the tag name? Opening tag name employee. What is the from which location I need to import? That we are going to define with the XMLNS attribute. XMLNS equal to what is that? What is the namespace? HTTP colon RGUKT SKLM slash JK. From this location, I need to import. Yes. I'm going to close the employee. Okay. Like for example, employee number, closing off employee number, employee salary, closing off employee salary. Sorry, first I need to write employee name because I have used the concept of sequence tag. Yeah, employee name. Guys, so there is some structure here. So what does it mean? Instead of writing all this many number of times, I have used the import keyword. Import keyword meaning that I have used the attribute called XMLNS attribute. Here what you have to do is you have to give a short name to this one. You have to give a short name to this package. Suppose for example, my short name is E. So here what I did is here I have to write HTTP colon RGUKT SKLM slash JK colon employee number. Like this you have written. So what our requirement is, instead of writing this entire thing, I can replace with this short name. That is the advantage of this XMLNS attribute. Yeah. So here what I did is, so in which package this employee tag is available? HTTP colon RGUKT SKLM slash JK. For that, what is the short name? E. So that is the reason I'm going to write E colon employee, E colon employee number, E colon employee name, E colon employee salary, E colon end of E colon employee name, end of E colon salary, end of E colon employee. So what does it mean right now? If you observe, the meaning is employee is a tag which is available in a short name called E. What is that short name extension? HTTP colon RGUKT SKLM slash JK. Where it is available? It is available in a particular schema, XSD. So if this employee tag is available in this XSD, this extension, then it will execute perfectly. Otherwise, it will provide an error. Okay, na guys? Yes. Fine. So simply I can say that. So if you would like to reuse, a particular element which is already defined, then we can use either fully qualified approach, or we can go for the concept of XMLNS attribute. So that thing we can have seen. Yes. So simply what I am saying is to write any kind of XSD, with the help of like namespace features, what you have to use, guys, you have to use, I'm going to simply revising ma. We have to use target namespace attribute in the opening tag, and in the XML file, we have to import that. So the best you go way for that is by importing XMLNS with the help of short name equal to that name. This corresponds. For example, this is capital A, then you can go for this is capital A. For this, I'm going to assign a short name A colon something, closing of A colon something. Yes. Fine. I hope you understood right now. Yes. Okay. One minute, guys. Yeah. So I'm going to close this scheme. Yes, guys. I'm going to extension further the concept. Here you can observe between the schema tags, what we are going to write, we are going to write all the elements. Observe it clearly. We are going to write all the elements. Yes, right? So how we are going to write the element? By using element tag. How we are going to write complex type? By using complex type tag. How we are going to write restrictions? By using restriction tag. How we are going to write sequence tag? By using sequence tag. Yes, like this we are going to use various kind of things. Yes, guys, you know already various kind of things. Yes, as we are directly writing in the XML, we have to define to the parser from which package these are available, from which namespace these are available. We have to define, because these are already defined by whom? These are all defined by the W3C. This is already defined by the W3C, meaning that these all the tags are available as part of the World Wide Web Consortium packages. As part of the World Wide Web Consortium packages. Okay, now fine. So whenever you are trying to use these kind of predefined tags, what you have to do? You have to must and should import from this World Wide Web Consortium. You have to must and should import from the World Wide Web Consortium. I hope you understood, right? Yeah, import from the World Wide Web. As we are trying to import from the World Wide Web Consortium, what you have to use? We can use the fully qualified name, or we can go for a namespace. We can go for XMLNS attribute. So for this schema, I would like to write all these elements, but these elements are available in which package? These are all available in a package called. These are already available in a package called. I will write some package. So HTTP colon. So compulsory you have to write this one, because these are all available in that package only. HTTP colon www.w3.org/2001/XML schema. So meaning that what is this is the package name. In this package, in this namespace, all these elements are defined. So that is the reason I have to import. So how we are going to import that? By using an attribute called XMLNS attribute. Yes. For this, we have to define some short name. What is that short name? For example, I am taking XS. The short name is XS. So now, if you would like to use all this element complex step restriction sequence, we have to use a short name called XS. So now what I do is XS colon schema. So schema tag is available in which package? This package w3.org/2001/XML schema. So element is available in which package? Short name XS. Short name XS. Short name XS. So wherever you are going to use, wherever you are going to use any kind of predefined tags like data types also, all these are going to prefix with a short name called XS. For example, guys, if I take the short name as JK, take the short name as JK. Yes, that's all up to you. I can go for writing like JK colon. Like this, you can go for. Yes, guys. So right now what it is, I have modified some modification to the XSD also. Okay. Why I have modified? Because these are all not directly available. These are all not the user-defined tags. These are all the predefined tags. These are all the predefined tags are available in this package. So that is why you have to compulsory make it extension. So up to now, what we have seen is we have completed the concept how to write an XSD file. How to write an XSD file. Now what we do, what we are going to do is we have to write an XML file. We have to write an XML file. Yes. So that XML file, how we are going to write, guys? Simply by making writing like this: employee, employee number, employee name, employee salary, closing of this employee. Okay, fine. So whenever you are going to use some kind of package, like target namespace A, this approach is not possible. This approach is not possible. At the time, we can go for either fully qualified name approach, or we can go for some kind of XMLNS colon something A. For this, I'm going to assign some short name A. Like this also, I can go for A colon closing of A colon. Like this also, we can write, guys. Yes, fine. So up to now, we have seen how to create an XML file, how to create an XSD. Now the question is, how to link these two, how to link these XSD file and XML file. Whereas coming to DTD concept, we are going to link the DTD and XML file. We can write in the form of an internal DTD, or we can write in the form of an external DTD. And we have seen the concept how to link also. Similarly, here also how we are going to link the XSD file as well as XML file. For that, we have two attributes. We have two kind of attributes. One is schema location attribute. Another one is no namespace schema location. No namespace schema location. Yes, guys, observe. I will make it clear for you. So schema location attribute, we are going to use schema. So guys, observe. First, let you understood the no namespace schema location. What is the meaning of this one? If you are not using any kind of namespace, in a schema, and you would like to link, an XSD and XML file, then you can go for an attribute called no namespace schema location. If you are using namespace, and also would like to connect with the XSD and XML, then you can go for an attribute called schema location attribute. Yes. Okay, na guys? Yes. Clearly observe here. Yes. So what does this schema location thing is? If you are using, so up to now what I said, I have used a package name. That is the reason you have to use compulsory schema location. So guys, where we need to use all this? Where we need to use this schema location? Schema location means, Obviously, external files are available in some location. External files are available in some location like this, something like k.xsd. This can be anywhere. This can be anywhere. So whichever the file I would like to use, for that file I need to make it import. For that file I need to make it import. So the schema location is meant for to link with the external file. No namespace schema location also to link with the external file. So for this you need to write everything. So schema location equal to here you have to write that namespace. What is that namespace? http colon rgkit skm/jk space you need to provide the file name. What is the file name? That k.xsd. Okay, yes, if you are using the no namespace schema location, then you are going to write like the no namespace schema location. Then you are going to write simply k.xsd. k.xsd. Guys, I hope you understood the difference between this schema location. No, here it is not actually no namespace schema location. This can be like some l.xsd. Guys, schema location we are going to go for whenever an XSD contains the target namespace. XSD contains the target name. Sometimes we are not going to go for the target namespace. At the time we are going to use the no namespace schema location. Then we can go for directly defining this one. So guys, observe simply while executing the packages. How we are going to execute the packages? Package name dot file name. Similarly, without package, directly you can write the file. Similarly, here also, if you are going to write the if you are going to use the package in XSD, you have to define the package name also. Here, I am not going to use any package name. That is why I am going to directly write like this. Yes. Here the question is one more extension, one more point I would like to add. This schema location and known as schema location are developed by once again W3C only. Developed W3C, and these are already available. In a package called. 1 minute. I would like to make it clear. In a package called http colon / www.w3.org/2001/XML schema instance package. XML schema instance package. So guys, whenever you would like to use the schema location or known as schema location, you have to compulsory import from this package, from this namespace. So if you would like to import, what you have to use? You have to use compulsory XMLNS attribute. Okay, fine. So for this, I'm going to prefix with something like XML XSI. So this XSI is a short name for this package. So before going to use the schema location or known as schema location, what are you going to do? I'm going to prefix with XSI colon schema location, XSI colon known as space schema location. Yes, guys. Yeah. So guys, I will summarize everything. Don't confuse. Yeah, guys, I have created an XSD file. I have an XSD file. I have an XML file. I can create this XSD file with the help of a namespace. Or I can create with the help of no namespace. When we are going to go for namespace, if you would like to avoid the ambiguity and you would like to go for grouping the related items, then you can go for the concept of namespace, and there is no ambiguity, then you can go for no namespace. So for this, you can go for writing XML file. For this, you can go for writing this XML file. So how we are going to write the namespace? By using simply writing an attribute called target namespace attribute. Yeah. So in XSD, we are going to use all the tags called schema tag, element tag, complex type tag, simple type tag. So simple tag I will define, restriction tag, all this we are going to define in an XSD. So but we can't use these directly. These are already available in a package called, these are already available in a package called http colon w3 dot slash xml schema, XML schema. So I will simply write 2001 slash XML schema. In this package, these are already available. So at the time, what you have to do, you have to import all this XMLNS colon something like XS. So for this, I am going to write XS colon like that. I am going to import. Similarly, if I am using not using namespace also, if I am not using namespace also, at the time, what you have to do, you have to write something and you have to import XMLNS colon XS equal to something blah 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 2001 slash XML schema, and as it is you have to write XS colon schema like this you have to write. Okay na guys? Yes. So up to here XSD completed. Yeah. If I am not writing, if I am going to write the XML file for the namespace, it is different. If I am going to write the XML for the non-namespace, also different. Yeah. So first we have to write the root element. We have to write the root element. That root element is something I am calling it as root. Root element I am calling as root. Yes, guys. So after writing the root element, if I'm going to use the namespace concept, you have to import that. How we are going to import that? By simply making of XMLNS colon. For example, my what I have taken here. Yes, E right? Article slash JK, E I have taken. Here also I will take E. So HTTP colon argget SKLM slash JK. From this package, I would like to import everything. So instead of this root also, to avoid the confusion, I am taking simply that. E colon employee, closing of E colon employee. Closing of E colon employee. Yes, guys. So now up to here we have completed. Now the thing is, we have to make link these two files. We have to make the link these two files. If you would like to make link these two files, we have to use schema location attribute, or you have to use no namespace schema location attribute. No namespace schema location attribute. But these two are available in which package? This package. These two are available in which package? That package. Yes. So at the time, what you have to do is we have to import. We have to write that also. XMLNS colon. I am taking XSI. Instead of that, you can write anything. So blah 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 slash 2001 slash XML schema instance. XML schema instance. XML schema instance. Guys, here. So okay, fine. So this schema location as well as non-schema location, you have to write in the opening tag of the root element. In the opening tag of the root element only. That is important one. You have to write in the root element itself. Yes. So employs the root element. So I would like to make it of schema location attribute. So that is the reason I'm taking this in the root element only. XSI colon schema location. XSI colon schema location equal to blah blah blah. Not blah blah blah. It is what you have to do. You have to provide the namespace space some XSD file link. So what is the namespace? That namespace is this one. HTTP colon argget SKLM slash JK space. For example, this file name is k.xsd. Then I am going to close this one. And the remaining thing all are same. E colon employee number, E colon employee name, E colon employee salary, 101, JK, 1000, closing of E colon employee number, closing of E colon employee name, closing of E colon E salary, all these are all same. Okay, guys. So this is the example for linking an XML file with the namespace XSD. Similarly, if you would like to go for linking an XML with the no namespace XSD file, the entire thing is same, amma. The entire thing is same, but the difference is I would like to make it differentiate directly here. I'm going to write e colon employee. So I hope you understood why I'm going to write e colon XMLNS colon e equal to HTTP RGBSKLM/JK. I'm going to import from this package, and I'm going to write an XMLNS colon XML Schema Instance. So 2001 slash XML Schema Instance. So with the help of that package extension, I can go for writing no namespace schema location equal to guys, that this is the difference from this file to this file. As it is no namespace, it is namespace. So here I have used target namespace, here I'm not using any kind of target namespace. So equal to some l dot xsd. Remaining all things same. E colon employee number, e colon employee name, e colon employee salary, closing of e colon employee, all blah blah same. Like this, we are going to link an XML file with the XSD file. So after linking, so up to now, what have seen is we have seen how to link an XSD and XML file, an XSD and XML file, meaning that I have an XSD file, I have some structure. Now in future, I have an XML file. I'm going to make use of this XSD file and I'm going to link it with this one. And I am trying to give some kind of input to this XML file. Trying to give input to this XML file. Whenever I'm trying to give this input to the XML file, this input, it is going to check with this XSD whether this input is going to match with this XSD or not. If it is matched, it is going to provide as valid. It is going to provide as valid. If it is not matched, if it is matched, it is going to provide as valid. If it is not matched, it is going to provide as invalid, or it will provide an errors directly. It will provide errors directly, guys. Okay, fine. So in the next class, what I will do is I will go for the execution of the same concept, whatever the thing that I have explained up to now. I hope you understood this one, guys. Thank you.